Hello guys, welcome to Three Hoodoo Sisters, and today I'm reading actually on two different subjects. So I actually need to start my timer because I have to read on two different things. The first person that I'm going to read on is Otto Warmbier. Y'all, I can't say it. Warmbier or something like that. And I remember him from like last year or a little bit over a year ago, because he went to North Korea and he decided to act a damn fool. Well, he decided to act a damn fool, and sadly he came back, from what I read, he came back in a coma, and he died like I think 3 days later. And what my problem is with this is that President Trump is acting so shocked. Like, why are you so shook? Like, you know, I think what he did, I don't think he deserved to die. I think that is very extreme, but everybody knows about this country, and you went there and you willingly act a fool. So I don't really understand the outrage. Once he was sentenced to how many, 10, 15 years or however years of hard labor, a part of me, oh, it's a plane, y'all, excuse me, a part of me was kind of like, okay, I don't think he's gonna make it. So I'm not surprised. I just want to understand what happened to him while he was there. I just want to know what went wrong, you know. So one thing that I do know, I was feeling intuitively staring at his picture, is he had a great deal of isolation. So it's funny, it's not as much, I don't feel a lot of hard labor as much as I feel isolation, you know, not being around the actual general public, like being put in a very isolating place, in a very small space, I don't know, his space feels very small. It feels very cramped. Also, what they're not telling you, he had some type of mental health issues also. Something where he needed pills. I don't know what it is, but they're also telling me that he had some type of health issues mentally, you know, that caused him to, and it got worse. So his isolation and stuff got worse and stuff like that. So why don't we see, I don't want to missay his name, Otto Warmbier, Otto Warmbier, Spirit, what happened the days before his death? Like, what caused Otto to die? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Y'all really, I want to bring this in a little bit more. Y'all, heartache, like a lot of heartache, a lot of sadness, a lot of like depression, like a lot of being poked at, like played with psychologically. It's weird because I think they were telling him that they were going to let him go. I know that sounds crazy. I think they would play games with him, like mind games, psychological games, and he was literally, when he died, he was in a very deep state of sadness, of depression. It's really sad. He hadn't heard from his mother in a really long time. He was really in a place of There was also a female too in politics who was trying to get him out. Someone was fighting for his rights, but I feel like they lost contact or they lost communication. That really hurt him. Something about not hearing from somebody who was really trying to work for his cause. So something went silent. I told you guys, he was confined. He really was in a very small space. Very, very small space. Very, very small space. Very. He was also given very little. Like, he had to be very underweight when they got his body. What I am hearing was that when they got his body, he had already transitioned. Even though they say he was in a coma, guys, he feels dead. Like, it felt like when they brought him, he was already dead. And stuff like that. He really thought he was leaving. He really thought that, I think before his death, that he was going to get through this. He was going to get past this. There was a woman who was his support system. It's not just his mother. Oh, it's his mother. It's somebody else. But something happened where they lost contact. It's still coming up in his reading. Also, it's coming up that, you know, they didn't really know what to do with him. Like, Korea wasn't sure if they were going to release him, to keep him. It's like it flip-flopped. And of course, it did not help when Donald Trump, you know, and North Korea, I'm not surprised, and stuff like that. Yeah, it was someone working on his case, and it stopped moving. It stopped, which I already know because Donald Trump came into office. There were even talks of money, of paying off, or trying to see how much can be paid to get him to, I don't know, like, to come back. So talks of money, you know, here's money. How much do you want? He had hope. He still had hope, even though, but after a while, y'all, after a while, I really think after the whole Trump administration and all of the drama, I think his case was sealed after that. I really, really do. But it's not telling me how he died. Still not telling me about his death. It's not really telling me why he died or what caused him to die. So, Spirit, what was the altercation that caused his death? I almost feel he was poked, or he was beaten, like poked, or like beaten with a stick or something. He was beaten. I think his autopsy, it's weird because I almost feel his family doesn't want his autopsy made public. I almost feel like they want to take this out of the like media and news. They don't want it to be public. What caused his death? What caused his death, Spirit? What caused? I heard it was a blow to his head. I understand that, but what ensued? And I almost feel some type of order was like told. So it was an order. Okay, what happened? Like, what was the altercation? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. What was the altercation, Spirit? What was it? He was moved. He was moved somewhere else too. He was moved. So he went from one small place to another. Wow, y'all. He was beat up by a few people. He was beat up. It's almost the energy of being like ganged up on, like ganged up, or people coming and ganging up on you and stuff of that actual sort. And it was planned out. It was planned out. Oh wow, he was tied up. He was bounded, and he was beat up by a whole bunch of people. Wow. They had transferred him somewhere else. They had transferred him somewhere else. They were also trying to get him to work, but he couldn't work. He wasn't physically strong enough. So he wasn't physically strong enough to hold down anything. I don't know how to say it. Like, he wasn't strong. It wasn't any more strength. It wasn't any more. He didn't have any more physical strength. It was like beating a bag of bones. Wow. He worked. He did. And he was transferred, y'all. So he went from being in a small space. He was confined, but then he was sent somewhere else to work, but he didn't have enough strength. And they ganged up on him. And it was planned out. Wow. So my whole thing is about Donald Trump. I want to know what Donald Trump is going to do about all this. Like, I don't, what the hell? The wrong deck. I'm mixing up decks now. Hold on. I don't think Donald Trump should do anything about it. I don't think there's anything that he can do. You know, it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? So, are you gonna go into a war with Korea over somebody who willingly went there and willingly broke the law? Like, I don't know anybody who wants to go to North Korea right now. So, like, I don't think this is worth fighting over. And I don't think he will. But why don't I run through what is Donald Trump going to like? Haven't you seen I've been using the card of justice a lot? A lot of justice cards. Why don't we see what is Donald Trump about to like do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Oh, he's going to take action, y'all. He's going to take action. He's not going to allow this to die. A lot of outside politics being played here. So he's reopening up another can of worms. He's not about to... Donald Trump is not about to just step down from this. It's so hilarious. Like, Black lives doesn't matter. But this young man who willingly went to Korea, who went and got himself killed, his life matters. I'm not saying he deserved to die. Nowhere am I saying that. But when you go to North Korea, you're taking some risk. I don't think, y'all, he's really going to take action. I'm like, wow. Really? A lot of backdoor politics. Yeah, y'all, he's not about to allow this to like die. He's gonna use it. He's gonna use it, and he's gonna try to get... This is how you can tell people don't understand politics. Like, this is not worth going to war over or starting a war. This young man risked his life. God rest his soul, but this young man risked his own life. This is not something... Don't pick a fight with Korea, because I really feel Donald Trump is one of the reasons why he's dead. Just being real. They didn't like his ass, and they killed him on purpose and sent his body back to his parents. Because Donald Trump, you about that life, so here's your homie back. I'm not shocked by any of this, but for him to really use that, nah, homie. And it's a weak case. A weak case. Next, okay. Oh, did y'all see how Cuba wrote back, you know, a letter to Donald Trump basically saying to kiss they ass? Like, what's going on in your country? Look at the problems in your country. Like, they were like, ho, sit down. Like, oh, have several seats in the Yankee Stadium, my friend, and there's none available because they're sold out. Stand outside. That's the type of energy it is, for real. Okay, now something else that's been in the like news that you guys asked me to talk about, and I'm just gonna go through it real quick. It's Katy Perry. She's been acting strange as hell. She's been acting strange as hell. Strange as hell. Like, so what's going on with Katy Perry? What's going on with Katy Perry? What's going on with Katy Perry? Katy Perry, Katy Perry, Katy Perry, Katy Perry, Katy Perry. This card fell completely. She's really in a state of trying to figure out what she's going to do. She's actually surprised that she was attacked. It's weird. It's like Miley Cyrus, you know, handed over her wild girl stick or like baton to her, and she went running with it. Like, I don't think it was smart. She's trying to figure out what to do. Like, she's really in a state of, okay, what can I do to get these people off my back? Like, I don't know what to do, you know. So she's in that place. Very vulnerable, not a strong place to like be